Before we get to the most drop players, go Bills. Is it time to panic on Rachaad White? Kinda, yeah. Like he's been inefficient running the football. That's not just this year. Last year he's inefficient as well. Add in the groin injury. Add in Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving, I think, no doubt, is the better runner. I don't think that's even close at this current moment, whether that's because of the injury or something else. He's just more decisive. That's why he's better. But um, Rachaad White he's the receiving back. I don't think Bucky Irving's going to push him for that. So is it time to panic on Rachaad White? Yes, but what are you going to do about it? I don't think you can trade him. I don't see any way anyone trades for Rachaad White at this current moment. If you can sell him for high-end RB2 value, I think do that. But otherwise, I think we are going to start seeing a pretty close to a 50-50 split over the next few weeks. I think Bucky Irving's going to continue to increase his role. I know they came out today and talked about that as well. He's earned more carries, and rightfully so. I mean, he's the only one running with a purpose at this current moment. You know, one cut and go. He is a power runner. He puts his head down and goes. And that's better for this offense at this current moment because, I mean, this team, I love Baker, and I think he's playing extremely well, and I think he's a good quarterback. But if you get Baker and this type of offense behind the chains, it just doesn't work. You have to stay on schedule. So Bucky Irving helps you stay on schedule. Rachaad White's still going to be a receiving guy. That groin injury is just going to linger. I mean, that's just what groin injuries do, which sucks. I think they're both flex values going forward. So I'm panicking, but I don't think you can sell him. You're just kind of stuck. Michael, would you trade Najee and Brian Thomas for Josh Jacobs? I think yes. It depends on how good you are at wide receiver. Because I don't hate Thomas. I think he's decent, and he has a chance to become a consistent player in this offense just because no one's fucking stepping up. So if the passing offense gets figured out whatsoever, I'm not a Trevor Lawrence guy, never have been. I love the fact that he's struggling just because I feel a little bit justified. I say this and then he'll go out and pass for 450 tonight or something. But there's no doubt that the Jags want him to be a consistent part of this offense. It's not surprising if he completely pushes Gabe Davis out of the way. So I like him. If your wide receiver situation is shaky whatsoever, I think I would keep him. But Najee isn't super efficient. Josh Jacobs has a ton of value or volume and value. Jacobs is going to break down, or they have to limit his production, though. So I think Josh Jacobs is also a sell high candidate. I'll say that as well. I think he's a sell high guy. If I'm a Jacobs owner, I would try to sell high. But in that situation, I don't mind buying him because I think he's an obvious upgrade for you. And then Bills, are we still rolling Anthony Richardson out, or should we stream a quarterback? Who do the Colts play next week? That is the question. Let's see. Richardson plays the Steelers at home. I think he might be streaming a quarterback next week. I don't want to play Anthony Richardson against the Steelers. Then he gets the Jags, Titans, Dolphins, Texans, Vikings, not easy. Bills, Jets, not easy. I think you stream in the obvious matchups. I think Anthony Richardson gets better. We're talking about a guy who just completed, I think I'm correct in this, he completed his 20th game starting as a quarterback. I'm not saying as an NFL quarterback. You know, like he barely played in college. Like he doesn't have any experience. So he's still figuring it out. On top of that, the team's not very good. He just got Josh Downs back. Josh Downs should grow in a role, and he should make the quarterback's life a lot easier. Josh Downs is a chain mover. He should allow Anthony Richardson to get into a rhythm. So I think he helps. Anthony Richardson's also going through a thing where it is like his coaching and everybody else is saying, Anthony Richardson, do not run. Do not put your body on the line. Do not go and do the only thing you've ever been successful at. And then his offensive line gets a ton of people coming at him, and he's hearing these voices in his head saying, don't run. So now he's trying to make plays from the pocket. And it just doesn't work. Like, he has all these conflicting information coming at him, and he's not able to play his brand of football, which is an experienced brand of football to begin with, but he's also not playing natural. He's not playing loose. He's overthinking everything, which comes with a rookie quarterback, which he is a rookie quarterback, and an inexperienced rookie on top of that. He will get better. He 100% will get better. But next week against the Steelers, I'm probably streaming. He is kind of in a situation where you probably have to see it before you trust it again, right? Because I guess I have his performances up. He doesn't have a good one yet. Week 1 was fine, but he had 27 points, which is good. 56 rushing yards and a rushing touchdowns. You know, we have to see him do that again before we think that's what he's going to be doing, because he hasn't been doing that. And then his passing's been bad, obviously. So stash him. Don't drop him. But stream next week. That's what I would do. Bigums, trade Neighbors for Bijan PPR thoughts. Fuck yeah. Absolutely. I don't think Neighbors is a fluke. I think he is legit. I think he's very good, but it's just position scarcity. There's very few running backs with top end volume. There's very few running backs with top end talent. And Bijan Robinson has both of those. Scored this week, finally. He should get in the end zone a little bit more. Love Neighbors, but assuming you wouldn't be screwed at wide receiver, I like that quite a bit. And I think that's a fair trade too. Because if I'm a Bijan owner, he hasn't been as good as I want him to be. Maybe they're stacked at running back. I think Neighbors is a borderline wide receiver 1 every week with that volume, that talent. So yeah, love all of that.